In this video, I'm going to show you how to use metaphors and beautiful imagery and benefits and all those things in a product description. And I'm going to use this product of mine. It's a course on goal setting. Now, even before I go into the actual description, you see, writing your description starts before you actually write the description. That might sound funny, but look, you see, it starts with the positioning of your product. Remember how in James Clear's case, it wasn't clear, like what were the methods that were going to be used? What was the research? Like he said, he's a world expert, but that's just what he said. Anybody can say that. So in my course, I wanted to make sure that there is real tangible credibility. So I researched, like legitimately, the latest neuroscience, you see, and the latest scientific research in goal setting, because to be fair, on this topic of goal setting, there's a lot of fluff out there online about it. And so instead of having a regular course about goal setting, which could be misunderstood for a course that has a lot of fluff, I right away positioned it as advanced with having neuroscience and latest research. So that's the positioning of this course. You see, this immediately makes it stand out, and of course it influences how we write everything else. Of course, our subtitle reinforces that, but we have a long description, so let's actually look into it. The description starts right here, and the text here is a little bit small, so I put it into a Word doc. So in a second, we'll look at that Word document, and we'll look at different parts of the description. So the first sentence here in bold is something that's like a really strong statement. It's almost the subtitle to the subtitle. So here it was. This is the one before, which wasn't bad, but we're making it better now. Goal setting using neuroscience, time management, and practical exercises to help you identify your most important goals and get you on your way to attaining them. So you probably can tell that get you on your way can be replaced by a more visual metaphor, sail or climb the mountain or whatever. We'll look at it closely in a second. And you see that this description, goal setting with neuroscience, time management, and practical exercises, this is all the things you need, but these are boring. These are the nuts and bolts. These are good nuts and bolts of how things work. Like in the description of James Clear book, that part was missing entirely, but the imagery is missing so far. So instead of this, so let's change this line little by little. It's a little too wordy. Goal setting using neuroscience, time management, and practical exercises to help you identify you see, you gotta use the word you because it has to resonate with the reader. But if you overdo it, like on your way, your way, I'm overdoing it here, right? So let's cut at least one instance of this. Exercises to identify. So you see these two words help you. We're gonna delete them, and the description is actually gonna sound pretty much the same. Exercises to identify your most important goals and get you on your way to attaining them. Now, the next obvious spot is and get you on your way to attaining them. Get you on your way is not very vivid imagery. We can make it more vivid. And for that, I'm going to bring in an image we made in a lecture before. Become a more masterful sculptor of your life who gets every step right. So let's actually cut that and paste it right here. Now, it's a little bit too long now. So we've got to get rid of some things. Or we can cut it like become a more masterful or just a masterful sculptor of your life who gets every stroke. Stroke would be in line with this metaphor instead of step. Like there's no steps when you're sculpting. But the step metaphor is really steps through your life. And this can go either way. But now, this has great benefits, like become a masterful sculptor of your life. That's actually a benefit. But also, it has incredible credibility. I'm not just full of hot air saying whatever I need to say to get people to buy stuff. I'm literally saying, hey, it's not even my opinions. I'm bringing in the latest research in the world. And not only that, but also time management. And also there's going to be exercises. You see? So it's a trifecta of credibility combined together with this whole thing about masterfully sculpting your life, imagery. Now, the rest of this description is very long. So I'm just going to very quickly go through it. And the only thing I'll focus on is in the end. You see I have a before and after. The after is the one with imagery. The before was just logical. So let's read the one from before. Invest in your future. Enroll now, set the right goals, and take the steps to achieve them. It's okay. It's good enough. It is a call to action. It may be a little bit long. Like another one could be invest in yourself, enroll now. That's also a strong call to action. It's way more to the point. So you could have that. But just because we're building imagery in this video, I'm going to choose this one. Invest in your future. Enroll now. Set the right goals. And maybe, you know what, I can get rid of set the right goals because it is too wordy. I got to cut something. But enroll now and set your sails towards the horizon of achievement. If that doesn't evoke an image in somebody's mind, it just doesn't. We still have this whole thing about invest in your future, enroll now. But if it evokes an image in people's minds and they let that image flourish and they let themselves daydream, that's the powerful thing we want. Now, getting back to the rest of this description, I won't read the whole thing to you because it will just be too boring. It will take too long. There are some elements of here that are explaining credibility, like latest scientific research and goal setting, why goal setting is important, who's your instructor, why this instructor is the best, all these things. You have to explain who you are. You have to make sure that it's safe to buy, money back guarantee, all the things mixed in with set the sails to your success. Because at the end of the day, if people really feel that this course will really help them set the sails to their success, they'll really want it. Who doesn't want to set the sails to your success? And it's just a matter of sprinkling in enough of that beautiful imagery along with answering sales objections. So sales objections are like, does this instructor know what he's talking about? Then you talk about yourself as the instructor. Okay, another sales objection is this going to be total fluff? No, that's the sales objection. Is this going to be total fluff? That's what your potential buyer is thinking. And you answer that with your positioning. So you can talk about, no, this is like the latest research. In fact, this is the most non-fluff course. And so if all the potential buyers' concerns are quelled and their imagination starts going and they have nothing to stop their imagination, and you have calls to action to buy, that's a great product description. And with that, of course, you're well equipped to write yours.